Hey Nashville, it's Brandon Blewett, author of How to Avoid Strangers on Airplanes. Now I get it. If you haven't read the book, you probably think I'm some curmudgeon who wrote it to fend off chatty seatmates. That's not entirely the case. The title is actually a play on words. In the book, I write about 6 strange behaviors that we seek to avoid. I call them the 6 habits of highly annoying travelers. The first habit, gate lice. These are the folks that crowd the boarding area 40 to 45 minutes before the plane's even set to take off. They think that proximity to the door will somehow elevate their boarding group. Why is this annoying? Well, it often results in delayed boarding, which can result in a delayed departure. The next habit is the conference call Deci-Bully. This is the person that in row 3 or 4, maybe in row 10, decides to join their conference call and scream into their AirPods so that the folks in rows 22 to 36, well, they now feel like they know everything about Q3 earnings before they even deplane. Finish the call before you get on the plane, and if you have to keep taking it, well, just make sure that your volume is at an appropriate level. So how has writing this book and understanding these habits made me a more adaptable and flexible traveler? Well, by pointing out what annoys me, I've had to check myself, making sure I'm not guilty of the same habits. There's nothing worse than someone being a hypocrite that's written a book about the annoyances from seat 14C. And more importantly, I reframed air travel as the ultimate people watching. If you view the chaos as comedy, it's easier to laugh than lose your cool. And I think that if we all do that, we'll be a little more patient and travel will be a little more fun. Thanks for having me and safe travels.
Right, you
yes, we've seen all of those, right?
Oh,
sure.
Yes.
You're a loud talker.
Yeah.
Do you talk to people on planes?
Yeah, late now I'm just into watching a movie and shutting down. I mean, I'm a social guy, but it's, whatever the reason is, I always book late, so I'm always at the back of the plane, and more than once I've seated next to a woman with a baby.
Oh.
And I don't complain about it. I sympathize with these women in this, and I always bring extra snacks or whatever, and I ask her,
oh, yeah,
is it okay?
First, right, yeah.
And if she does, I'll share, and I end up playing with the kid. Anything's better than them crying.
Absolutely, and I think probably, I would guess that he says if you come prepared, make sure you're getting there on time, maybe having snacks, things like that.
Well,
that
you never
can
know.
help a lot of situations.
Yeah.
So you can see the comedy and the chaos if you're not stressed trying to make it to your gate.
Yeah.